Scott Muller here on the streets of Hemet, here with
Rose.
Rose. Rose, tell us a little bit about the youth today.
Well, first of all, the youth, I got one right there.
As she's looking at her boy.
There needs to be a lot more guidance with this youth out here these days. Nobody's here to really guide them, show them, teach them, and that's why I think that they're ending up the way that they are, half of them in jail, okay? Half of them just without anything to do. To tell you the truth, him itself needs to bring in more programs for these youth. If they had a lot more programs for them, I think that it would occupy their time and they wouldn't be on the streets so much.
Now, how about, with that being said, how is it, like, how did you grow up? Did you grow up? I know for me, we were latchkey kids, right? We were home alone. I had a paper route, and then I had to go to practice, you know. My dad put me into sports for that reason, right? He said, hey, I don't want you running the streets, right? So you're going to have to be somewhere where I'm not home. So, but it seems like we, you know, our generation, we kind of handled it. What's the difference between today's, say, youth and when we were growing up? Or how did you grow up?
I grew up, where I grew up was in the projects.
Okay.
In LA. So it was hard. I mean, from the beginning to the end. We had to figure things out more likely or mostly on our own.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
We were thrown out into it and it was like do or die. You have to figure it out. Ain't nobody gonna be there holding your hand and walking you through it, showing you a blueprint or nothing. I think the kids these days are too spoiled and are handed everything, okay? And they don't appreciate, they don't have to work for it, so they don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
They take it for granted.
So
okay?
We're out here on the streets talking about work ethic, really, right? About, you know, as a teacher, getting my kids, you know, you got kids coming into class, they can't even pull out a pen or a pencil. You know that, hey, I have the same amount of kids daily ask me for something to write with. Like, they don't come to school with something to write with. They got new shoes.
They sure do.
They got a new phone.
That's more important to them.
Phone.
They got to have that phone for that Instagram, okay? Shoes, it's more about the appearance than education these days. Because, you know, like my grandson told me the other day, you know, Grandma, I have to go to school with Nikes. I have to go to school with name brand clothes because if I don't, you know, the kids are going to laugh at me. They're going to pick on me. And that's sad because if they seen what we had to wear to school back in the days, did nothing match.
We had some ponies, man. We had some like four stripe Adidas. They weren't really Adidas, you know, with the 3 stripe, but we had the 4 stripe. They looked just as good.
There's not a boy that I know that will put on filas. Back in the days when I grew up, remember it was my gear. Remember it was my gear.
Filas were all right. Well,
it was the thing back then, but
so
now.
What do you think about these kids working? Like, what's the idea of work? You know, when as a young woman in today's world, what do you see as work? Like, how is it for you to work, and what's the message to the kids about work?
I think it starts off in the home with chores, okay? If you don't give these kids something to like have a foundation around, no chores, they could just run amok, don't pick up after yourself. They're not gonna be, how can I say, I don't know that word, I'm kind of losing that word right now. But if you do get them when they're young, give them chores, give them responsibilities, show them as they get older, then you won't have that big of a problem with them wanting, because they have that structure from when they were kids. Yeah. Wanting to go out there and work, get a job. They'll know what it is. You know, put them out there. When I was young, we had to go and drop off papers. We walked people's dogs. We mowed lawns. We took out their trash. We did all those little things.
For a little bit of money here and there.
A little bit of money, okay?
Little scratch.
Let me tell you, there were scraps that we were getting. But now, these kids are they're giving everything.
Yeah.
So they don't even think, you know, they know mom and dad's going to take care of them. Mom and dad's going to do it. They don't have to. iPhones. You know how much iPhones cost?
Oh, I know. Believe me.
Parents are buying these kids these phones.
Yes.
$1,200, $1,300. There's no way in the world I wish to God I had paper dolls.
Hey,
okay?
We still had rotary phones when I was a kid.
Remember our skates? Remember the skates, the metal skates?
The metal.
We got to tune them up.
Yeah. Hey, put a little grease in the middle.
Let me tell you.
They get a little dirt in them.
Yeah, but the things that they're handed to, they expect it now.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like they know how the media, the TV, everybody, they put it out there, and the kids, oh, I gotta have that latest thing, the latest phone, the latest car, everything. I was just happy with what little bit. We used to go to the toy loan. Okay.
The toy loan,
The
okay.
toy loan, okay. And easy bake oven, I was so happy with that. You can't just give a kid an easy bake oven these days and get away with it.
I don't think they would know what to do with it.
They wouldn't know what to do
You
with
know,
it.
they wouldn't. They might just look at it and say, okay, it's not entertaining enough.
It's
I think
not.
a lot of kids, you know, in classrooms today, you know, they want to be entertained. But then when it gets really down to it, a lot of kids just want to get the work done because that's how the good kids, right? Or not really the good kids because they're all good kids,
They're all
right?
good
They're all
kids.
good kids. But the kids who have that work ethic, I think that's what's separating kids today that I'm really finding. I've taught for 20 years, over 20 years, and I've seen the shift. And the shift that I see is it all comes down to work.
But I'ma
If
tell
the
you-
kids who are working, I don't care who they are, where they come from, if they're low, I got some kids can't read.
Yeah.
They can't read,
Yeah.
but you know what? They're gonna give everything they got, and they write. It looks like a kindergartner's writing, but you know what? The kids who work and try, amazing.
But it's from the home too.
Yeah,
because you
has to
can't
be.
it can't just be in the school. When they come home, that parent, which is kind of hard too, because you got two working parents in
Yeah.
the home, and so there's nobody there with that kid after school to help them with that. By
Yeah.
the time the parents get home, they're so burnt out and tired, they just want to take a shower and go to sleep. But I'm gonna tell you one thing they do need to bring back into the schools that we had when we were growing up. They had cooking, they had wood shops, they had all kinds of stuff for the kids to do that they were teaching them, righteously teaching them. There's a lot of stuff that they've taken programs out, music, a lot of stuff that they've taken out, and there's nothing for them. Half of the after school programs are gone. There's
Yeah.
nothing there for these kids no more, so they're gonna run the streets. They're gonna do things. They need to bring back these programs to help kids. And another thing they need to do with these kids is teach them how to manage money.
Oh,
These kids get out of school and don't know. I mean,
That said, I had a long conversation this week with my boss, and when I was in school, when we were in school, did you guys get taught how to write a check and balance a checkbook?
nothing.
We did.
we did. I know.
No, I'm saying now.
Oh, now. But when we were kids,
When we were kids, it was different. All those
we
pro-
learned how
had-
to write a check.
Let me tell you.
learned how to fill out an
We had
address like on a
yes.
letter. Remember that? That was part
Half
of our
these
class.
Kids get out and they don't even know how to essays. They don't even know resumes. They don't know none of that
No.
stuff. But they know that what ends up happening with them, they get in debt. Why?
Yeah.
Because they weren't taught about credit cards, about managing money, about checkings, savings accounts. None of that
Adjustable
stuff.
percentage rate,
Okay.
APR there,
They
kids.
don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. And I don't understand within the 12 years why this can't be taught.
You know, I think there's a big movement now. I know in school it's called CTE now, Career Technical Education, and so there's a lot more of that coming up. I know in SanJacinto, where I'm at, you know, they're really trying to build that. We have a bakery, like and so you can go in and work at the bakery, and they give sandwiches, and it's
telling
good
you.
stuff, you know. But there's other things that can be done. Auto shop. I remember
Auto
when
shop,
auto shop is a big thing, but
They
no,
could-
We have driver's training.
they don't have
remember?
no driver's
No
training.
driver's training, nothing. They should bring. They could even bring in 11th, 12th grade, show them how to do welding. There's a lot of things that these kids could be learning. But no, they want to teach them a foreign language that they're never going to use.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, don't waste my time. Don't waste my kids' time with something that is not going to benefit them. Come on. It just doesn't make sense to me. And remember Job Corps. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember? They had so many things back there. I don't know. We need help. We need help. We
Hey,
need help.
one day at a time, Rose. One day at
Oh,
a
my
time.
God.
Hey, this is Scott Muller over here in Hemmettville
And
with
this
Rose.
Baby Rose.
Peace out.
Peace.
Rose, thank you very much.
Hey, no
Thank
problem.
you very much.
Do you have a card?
No. We
Don't
just
you have any cards?
we just doing it. Like I said, I'm a teacher, and we just out here. This
Keep
is our
doing what
first
you're
day,
doing.
so
Keep doing what
we
you're
just
doing.
coming out here starting.
I bet your kids love you, huh?
It's all right. You know, it's okay.
Well,
I
we
get
need-
along
we
with
need-
them. I like
wish-
the kids.
wish
I
we
like
had
my
more-
kids
I
too.
wish we had more teachers like you that really wanted to invest into kids, because you don't have to be out here doing this.
No, not at all.
You don't. But see, a lot of teachers, think of it as just a job. Oh, it's just a job, and their heart's not in it, and it's
Yeah.
just for that paycheck.
And it's just for the little vacations here. They
Let me
always
tell you.
counting the time.
No, you know what?
Counting the days off.
My
Went
niece
to my
is a
next
teacher,
vacation.
and when she goes, her whole heart is into those
That's
kids, and she wants to make sure that they righteously learn, that they don't leave her classroom without learning, and that's what we need more of, instead of just thinking about that paycheck.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping to do out here, getting real people on the streets of the community and seeing what they have to say. You know, that's the big thing.
It's been overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah,
Oh,
been a
it
good
has
day
been?
today.
It's good.
Been a good day
It's a
today.
great day.
Hey,
Everything gonna be all right.
that's right. You have a great day.
I
You have
know,
a
you too.
blessed day.
I know,
Blessed
you
day.
too. Take care.
How
You
about
too.
you too?
Come on over here.
I
Bring
guess
it
I'll
in.
have
Bring it
Well,
in.
hold on, look at this. Look at.
Bring it in.
Hold on. I can do it.
Okay, here we go. We brought it in.
We brought it
Okay,
in.
we
There
brought
it
it
is.
in.
There it is. There it is.
All right,
Hey,
take care.
pleasure. Take care.
All right.